Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to see one interesting topic on how one should prepare for a job interview. Right? Most of the time people don't prepare themselves for a job interview. They just go and give the interview. Right? So before even giving an interview, there are steps that one should follow to best prepare oneself for a best job interview. So here I have come out with kind of 7-step process to just prepare oneself for a job interview, right? Let's get into the topic. So let's go one by one. The step 1 is research the company. You see, most of the time we get a job interview and we just go and attend. We don't even research the company. So going over the company's website, looking at what they do, what are the services they have, or what are the products they have, what are their vision and mission, is very essential for a candidate before he gives an interview to a company, because that's where you are going to spend your most of the time for next couple of years. So getting to know what they do and whether their vision and mission is aligned with what you expect, that's more important. We don't normally realize that, but that is very important. Please try this will help you. Step 2 is review the job description. Yes. We normally get a call, we speak to a HR over the phone, and then we decide something, based on the title and what we speak with HR. Normally we don't look at the job descriptions. One should always ask for a job description and go through the job description to see if the expected skills, expected experience are matching. Sometimes the HRs might miss out, the recruiters might miss out some sort of skills or experience that is mandatory for a job interview, which they might not have checked with you. But what is important is you going through the job interview to validate whether that will be matching to your skills, your expectations, your experiences. Very, very important. Step 3 is prepare answers to common interview questions. Yes. Preparing answer to common interview question is one essential thing every one of us should do, because we all know, right? There are some sort of common interview questions, like let's say tell me about yourself, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, right? So these are something like we know these are the questions that will come as a common. Having prepared answers for these and going for an interview is very, very essential for any one of us. So practice that, get to know what is there, try to list out the list of common questions which is into your own specific subject, and then go for it. And step 4 is consider possible interview scenarios. Yes. Considering possible interview scenarios, this is something not a common question, but specific to your job, specific to your line. What are the possible scenarios that can come in an interview? What are the possible scenario based questions that can come? So these are something you can be prepared for. You can prepare yourself to answer these questions. You don't need to be very surprised when you are attending an interview and getting these questions from your interviewer. So this is one thing that every one of us should do, and you will see a massive result in this approach. And then the step 5 is mock practice yourself. Yes. Normally people don't practice. We do have some sort of thought process running on our mind, like we'll have to answer this, we'll have to answer that, but we don't sit in front of a video, or we don't sit in front of a mirror to mock practice. We do have to do some mock practices, because we know how you are going to introduce yourself, you know how you are going to answer few common questions, and you know how you are going to conclude yourself, and you also know there are few scenario based questions that you are prepared. If that comes in, how are you going to answer? So mock practicing on yourself is going to give you more confidence when you are presenting yourself in an interview. And then the 6th step is dress up well. This is the most important step. Whether you attend interviews online or offline, dressing up well is very essential. You have to present yourself well. to the interviewer, so that gives a very good impression about yourself. Because when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. Okay, so dressing up well, whether it is an online interview or offline interview, is one mandatory thing that every one of us should do. And the last step, the seventh step, is appear early. When there is an interview at, let's say, 11 o'clock, most of the people log in by 11. Right? What one should do? Whenever there is an interview scheduled on a specific time, appearing early is the most important thing that you have to do, because that's where you are showing your commitment. Right? If it is 11 o'clock, 5 or 10 minutes early log in. At least minimum 5 years early. If it is online, log in. If it is offline, 15 to 20 minutes early, you go and be present in the office. That tells a lot about your commitment towards the job. Alright, so these are the 7 steps that one should follow to prepare for an interview. Okay, please do follow this and you will see a very good result in your interviews. And I'm going to come up with some other topics like, how do you get your dream job? How do you present yourself in an interview? All these are going to come up. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.